Hey traders, CN Trader here again. I wanted to go over this chart. I see some potential opportunities that are potentially developing, and we want to take a look at them. We're heading into an area, where we are in an area where I know for me, I want to pay close attention to this area that's here. So we'll see what you guys think of it. At any rate, we have the dollar CAD. We're at the weekly, of course, as we've been kind of stressing the importance of understanding where you are in the bigger time frame. You could see that the structures that we have, all the structure that's in here and here, you see structure that's in here, and you see structure that dates back all the way to 2001 and 2000. And we also have structure now that dates back several years too. This goes back down to 2003. And so you can see on a weekly basis, this area that we're coming up to has some importance that's developing. So on a bigger time frame, we're going to zoom in a little bit here and just kind of go over what I see on this bigger time frame that's taking place on a weekly that's potentially could develop. We know we're coming up to this area of structure, and you can see the structure that's in here where the battles have taken place. But we have a couple things going on that I want to just kind of briefly go over. I'm not going to draw them out, but you could see we have a 50% retrace, didn't quite get to the 61.8, and then of course we extended down to a 131, and so you have a potential shark pattern that's developing up in here. And if we go back, you can see the structure that's here that goes back way back in history. So our sell zone, it would be anywhere from an 886 to a 131. So that sell zone would be right in here. I'm not going to draw the pattern out just for time's sake, because I really want to get down to what's going on now. We also have this development that's taken place. If we take this swing high to this swing low, you see we have a 50% retrace, and so we're looking in that area. We're looking for a potential extension up to a bat. If we are able to break out of this significant area here, price will probably come up, need to test this area, and eventually get up here. Both these patterns are, remember, this is a weekly chart. They would take some significant time to develop. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take several weeks to months, and in some cases maybe over a year to develop, if in fact it's going to happen. So a lot can happen in that time period. So let's take a look at what's going on now, though. Let's scroll down to this daily chart, and you can see this is our weekly area of structure that dates back to 2003. And you can see when price came down, it bounced up a little bit, consolidated, and then it broke through, got a close, it came back and tested, and broke away down to our next area of significance. And then when price finally did come up, you can see how it hit and got sold off. It hit, got sold off, came close, got sold off, hit, got sold off. And now we're entering this zone again. So let's take a look at this. You can see I got this marked here. We got the swing low to the swing high. And you see we come back to a 50% retrace right into our area. I'm going to clean this up. Right into our area where we had a previous weekly structure. And if we go ahead and take this, if I got a 50% retrace, I'm looking for an AB potential. If we break this area, which we did, we broke out, we came back, we retested it, now we're breaking out. I'm looking for that AB equals CD potential development. You can see how nicely it comes right into this area. And you can see our 150 is right here. Okay, so we got some nice ratio confluence that comes into that area. We got some nice pattern confluence that we're going to discuss as well. But we got that AB equals CD pattern. And so we have a sell zone that comes in right here. And we could just take all this and we can use this right here. Nice little sell zone that comes in right in this area. And we're gonna measure some more to see some more developments that are taking place. All right, so now another pattern that's giving us some confluence in this area is very similar to what we saw on the weekly. We see it on a daily. We take this swing high and we measure this swing low. We see we come up to a 38%. And then, of course, we'll go ahead and do the extension on this one. Take that swing low, we'll come back up to the swing high, and you see our extensions right here. And you can see if I go ahead and mark a line right here at that 131, we'll just go ahead and put a line there. And you can see, looking left, you can see the battle that took place when we came all the way down here into this other weekly structure. You can see that there's some volume that was created, and then it came back up above this area, and then we came up to this area, and you see there's like a little battle right in here. We wicked it, We wicked it and we came up out of it. And we came right back down to that area, and you could see we wicked it here. We got another pin bar here, and then we get a close right in here, nice little inside bar close right in here, and then it just shifted out of there. So you could see this was area that where some buying came in. There was previous buying here, and we had some nice buying in here, and that's right at that 131. So when we get that 131 extension, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up here, and we'll bring this Fibonacci down. We're looking for what? We're looking for that 886, right? We come right nicely into that 886. You can see all that selling that comes right in when we come into this area. We can't stay above that area for very long, and even right now it's having some challenge, so don't go chase it. But let's look at this 886, and we're going to look for a 131 extension. So we're going to extend this out. I'm going to come right up in here into the 131 extension. Now if I look left, I come over here, you can see that there was some previous selling that came in. When we came down to test this weekly structure from up here, you can see we came back up right in here, and we sold off here, and then of course we broke through, came back up to test that weekly and broke through. So we have a nice little zone in here where we're expecting price to behave a certain way, and we're going to see if we get that. The other thing too is if we look at this on the daily chart, we got about 171 pips. So if we come into this area and we start to have some development, some consolidation, price trading sideways, we know that we can go down to our 15-minute chart or 1-hour chart. There'll probably be plenty of opportunities that develop in this area. But that said, we can also get some price behavior that allows us to go ahead and take a short, and we just exit right out of there and it goes to the downside. We're going to pay attention to that. But this is how I would illustrate it. We come over here, and this is what it looks like. This is what the shark pattern looks like. And we'll come right back up into that 886. And what I like to do, many of you from the thread have seen this, is I'll just go ahead and copy that. I'll click on it again, and now I'll extend it out. Now I have one that comes at the 886 and one that comes at the 131. And so the meaning of this is simple. It just means that this is your sell zone. It completes here, and it completes here, and it completes anywhere in between. And so you can look at that as a potential opportunity, and we'll see how price develops. Important to stay disciplined and patient. Allow price to develop. Don't just go chasing this because you see this on the video and you see it starting to move downwards. Even if you get it down in here, if you're getting the right proper price development or price behavior that takes place, you're still going to be able to enter a trade and make plenty of bank. So enjoy, have fun, trade your plan, make a great day, do your own due diligence, and may we all make bank. Game-changing bank, the kind of bank that makes you just think and grow.